My name is Darren.
My name is April Taylor.
My name's Paul Maher,
Patrick McGing,
Regional Director of Education, and this is my 20th year with One School Global.
I am the campus principal at Mount Victoria in the lovely Blue Mountains in New South Wales, Australia.
I am the Financial Controller at One School Global.
I was the Regional Principal for One School Global New South Wales, and I was here for about 7 years.
And I have been with One School Global since 2012, so 12 years.
We're just approaching my 4th year now, and it's gone so fast.
Obviously, I dealt extensively with members of the Plymouth Brethren Christian Church, the PBCC. I found them to be incredibly generous, very helpful.
Working with the Plymouth Brethren Christian Church has been a phenomenal experience. I have had nothing but strong support from all members of the community.
But to me, this is easily the best place I've worked since I've been in Australia, and probably England too.
Members of the Plymouth Brethren Christian Church community are just normal people. While they do have certain aspects of their lifestyle that might differ from other people, you know, maybe the number of times they go to church during the week or what they call going to church, but ultimately they're just people who are trying to make a living. Our school serves people who want their children to be the best versions of themselves, and they want to interact with us because they appreciate what we do.
There is said to be a perception that members of the church community aren't so social or interactive. In my truthful experience, I actually had to change desks because the EAs were a bit too communicative and I just wasn't getting enough work done. So they are very, very social people, and we often have a chat about our weekends and what we've been up to on the previous days.
The point of difference is that the vast majority are really motivated to do well, and they're there to learn, and they're there to engage with teachers and get the best out of themselves and achieve to their potential. They also are really friendly and respectful. Probably the respect thing is probably a point of difference as well. Respecting their elders, respecting the position of the teacher is something that doesn't happen in every school.
One of the defining aspects of working with the PBCC was they were respectful of the fact that as a professional, you weren't a member of the church. Never got the sense once that in any way they thought that that was something they'd be uncomfortable with, that they thought that you were not, you know, on the same level or status as them. In fact, probably the opposite. They're incredibly respectful of the teachers as professionals.
Many schools that I have worked at have had a strong parent and community interaction, but at one school that is at the next level. On a day-to-day basis, I see at my campus many parents and volunteers within the Plymouth Brethren Christian Church who come because they have an invested interest in the success of our school, of our staff, and of course of our students.
It's interesting, one of the parts of my role was that I had extensive travel. I often used to find that when I arrived at a school that they had sort of catered for my every whim that I needed for being on the road, made sure that, you know, there was always lots of food and drink available. In Leeton, I had a flat tyre, and within about 5 minutes, Tom Hester or one of his workers arrived, took the car away and delivered it back to the school so that my day wasn't interrupted and I could continue to do my job without the sort of hassles that a little thing like that might create.
I've really found that parents are very complimentary of the work that the teachers do, and they're open in giving commendations to teachers, writing emails to them quite regularly to thank them for the time and the energy they give to their children, and that's a really good value to have.
There would be many times where I have been able to be myself or show vulnerability for something that was going on, whether it was the illness of a child of my own or it was the death of, say, my grandmother. I have felt that I can be me. I have never felt that I have to hide who I am. I am out there, I am loud, I am sensitive, and I do not feel that if I am laughing or I am crying, that the respect that my students, staff, or the members of the Plymouth Brethren Christian Church, that the respect they have for me dwindles.
So I've always personally felt really closely connected to the community when I worked for One School Global, and I'm sure if I bumped into any of those people in any of those areas, that relationship would be very, very positive.
If you have any hesitation about working at one school because of what you've heard from other sources, I would tell you to maybe see it for yourself. In my experience, it's a very respectful and courteous environment to be within. And if you are confident in your work, they are keen for you to implement your ideas and for your career to grow.